Hi guys, welcome. We've made a new installation video on how to install ArcoLinux XL, XS, the Bs, the Ds, right? Because something changed in April. The XF86 video drivers are no longer on the ISO. So technical guys, this is on the ISO, the ones without hashtag. So this is the package list, and Mesa is going to be there, Video VMware is going to be there, VirtualBox, right? And the touchscreen and the input, the lib input is going to be there. So that's it, and all the rest is out. All the XF86 stuff is out, and made a video about that right now. We can go and have a look at it. So the ArcoLinux websites, take care, study them, because they all have a reason, a purpose of being there, right? So people ask us always, where should I start? Start here, right? So go and have a look. About installation, this is what I just changed. So this is what we used to have. Older setups had 5 choices. New setups, and in the future there will be only the one setup, right? This one has 3 options, and we're gonna show you that with an installation of XS, because, well, this applies to anything, right? XL, XS, and all the B ISOs and the D, right? But D is a separate beast, because it's a bare or a base ISO. The most difficult thing, and you need the most knowledge for it, for the installation of ArcoLinux D. So that's why it's separate. Now this is already okay, right? This, I should make another video, but people do like to see videos of the ISO they've chosen. So take a look at these guys. These are all the ArcoLinux XS. Here's the XS LTS, but they're old things, right? There's no need for me to make another one with Zen, but look at it. It's all alone. So a playlist of just one video, right? So why not give him this playlist here an installation extra? So yes, there's nothing different with the video that I've made here, but we'll discuss the XS in more detail, which otherwise you wouldn't. All right, Super F7 template, and at least it's already a workflow video. Create yourself a template. Everything is set the way it should be. Then you load up any ISO you see on the online, anything you like and see, download it, boot it. And here is the thing, right? This changed. On the ISO, there are no more XF86 video drivers. For now, we keep this extra text in here. In the future, let's say July, August, when we're nearing our holiday, then we'll say, let's remove that. People know now that it's without XF86 video drivers. So VirtualBox guys and VMware guys and all that, line 1, Intel, line 1, AMD, line 1. And then it's very simple. You've got an NVIDIA card. See if this works for you. If you're having an older machine, might not work, right? It always depends. Sudo pacman-s NVIDIA, that package, does it support your system, your card? So if anything fails, these 2 guys fail, we have just the one. Like everybody else, every distro has a no mode set. So nothing sets, and you get this very small resolution, and hopefully you have something graphical, not a black screen. So VirtualBox guys, line number 1, and then we'll wait till everything boots up. Take a look at ArcoLinux.com, how to burn an ISO. It's these facts, right? We have a bunch of facts people ask after 6 years. In September, we are 6 years old, this project, and we've created 40 ISOs, ArcoLinux, Scarly, Riser, ALCI. There's so much that we've shared. All the knowledge is online, everything is shared. You can build your own distro based on all the information that we've put online. But yeah, 6 years will be in September, so I was a bit surprised. I thought it was well, yeah, it's 5 now, but then it will be 6. VirtualBox is great. VirtualBox improves, but right, small screen, super simple. If you got the knowledge, everything is super simple. Right control F, wait, right control F, done, right? It needs to kick in and recognize, oh, there's 1920 on 1080 actually. Let's include in this video the offline as well. So if you're on the beach, if you're sitting somewhere, no internet available, yes, of course you can install ArcoLinux without internet, right? This is actually what we should give you guys. That's it. Every distro does this and gives you 0 choices in installation, and sometimes they give you 0 choices in formatting as well. I'll not use this one, but I'll show you choices. But sometimes in distros there's no choice, not even here, not even here, and immediately it says it's going to be ButterOS or JFS or anything like that. But Calamares is there. It's possible, right? Calamares can give you the choice. The developer says no. And then we go for this. Eric, voila. That's it. Next, and off we go, right? Install, there's just one pop-up, go back, cancel, done. That would be the offline installation, would be the easy installation. I've made explained this guys in the XL video, so I'll skip that here. There is some information here as well about the release and then donations and get involved and what is AAG. And there's the YouTube ArcoLinux channel. I'm gonna include that, right? People search the wrong way. There are like trillions of videos probably. And if you search here, you search in the trillions of videos of YouTube. But if you search here, you search about kernels in our channel, and just our channel. 4,400k videos. Maybe. Right? So there is a lot of information. But this is where you search. Okay, that's included in the video. I'm happy about that. So advanced installation online. What's important is that this is complex. And we gave you at some point in time a survey, a request telling us what should we do. Should we keep this one? Because this can and may fail because of servers going down, keys not being correct, and so many things can go wrong. Because there are outer factors, factors outside your VirtualBox, outside ArcoLinux, that happen to us. So use the easy installation if the advanced installation fails. It's there in capital letters, in bold, I mean, right? Remember it. So at this point in time, no issues, right? But the future is the future. I don't know what's happening in the future. We have now 11 kernels. There are 2 new guys, RT and RRTLTS. Yes, thank you. Those are new guys, but all the rest we had already. So yeah, 11 choices. Why does it matter? Because the kernel contains a lot of drivers already, a lot of support already. So if one doesn't work, so this is the default one, if that doesn't work, good, no problem. I'll switch and I'll see if Linux LTS works, or Zen kernel works, or this works. And you can do it on the fly. That means it's gonna, anything you select here, right, is gonna be downloaded. You have a bad internet, right? Or an intermittent internet, not a good thing either. Meaning intermittent means internet, no internet, internet, no internet. Then do an offline installation, right? And figure it out later. If you don't have a stable internet, don't blame Calamares. So what is important as well is what I told in the XL video, and that's what you see is what you get. But this is XS. Whatever XS, because this is the Zen kernel. Is it? Control T. Yeah. What you see is what you get. We have already the XS LTS, right? We have that one. That's the one we downloaded. So that's gonna be installed. So there's no need to do anything here. You've made your choice. You said I want to have XS with that kernel because I know that kernel works for my hardware. Again to the WYSIWYG. So what you see is what you get. There's a lot of space here, and that's because there's a lot of stuff that's not there, that is there on the XL. So all these things are basically XFCE. These are XFCE. And in the beginning, right, well, a few years back, right, you wanted a more bare system than the XL, and XS was born without a browser. And eventually you said, no, we want to have a bare system, okay, but we want to have a browser. Okay, so the browser came into existence then. There's no GIMP, there's no Inkscape, this is just XFCE stuff. All right, so that's a bare system, meaning going to the advanced is interesting because there's a lot of stuff that's not installed, and you can click, and then download and install. Let's wait a little bit here, because in the April ISO there will be no XF86 drivers. If for whatever reason, and you know the reason, you do need a package, it's now the time to select it. In the backend, it will download it and it will sudo pacman as it, right? But first, test it without. Don't install it, test without. And you say, wow, it improves it, great. If you say, right? Like one of the options that you can do is for older AMD graphical cards is install this one, which makes it, we hear, a little bit better. Next, but hey, first try without. Do we need these? No, but it's a choice, right? If you want, you could switch to LightYAM and so on, because there are systems out there that work great with SDDM and will fail with LightYAM, and there are also systems out there that fail with SDDM and will work great with LightYAM. Voila, that's the choice. Next. Yeah, you can make combos. If you say, tiling window managers are not really my thing, but I see Eric always on CHDWM. I want to spend a quarter of an hour a day on it, and then buy and getting out again, right? And starting with small steps, learning this is how tiling window manager works. Those are the key bindings and so on, and start with little steps, and that's always best, baby steps I always say, right? Start learning. I watch a video or two, ArcoLinuxD.com, there are all the desktops, so you go watch and say, okay, that's how it works. But I stick to XFCE as my default and have a fallback, or vice versa, right? You learn CHDWM and have a fallback. If you break your tiling window manager, you have XFCE. So that's basically what I would always suggest to people if they start learning tiling window managers. Use XS. Choose which kernel you want, right? No, that kernel works for my hardware. Good, choose that. And then maybe, right, don't have to, but maybe you could learn the tiling window manager on the side from time to time, an hour a week. Voila. Just an idea, just a thought. Freedom is everything. You just choose. Next. So there is no Telegram. Nope. XL has Telegram, and we have Discord as the way of keeping well, the conversation going between you and the theme. So, well, no, it's not installed. So if you want to install it, you need to select it. That's what a bare ISO means, right? And the base ISO, how you want to call it, a not bloated ISO, whatever. XS is extra small. Think about clothing, extra large, extra small. XL, XS. So lots of software and fonts, maybe a little bit of promotion for fonts, because a font is what we look at always, and changing the font is actually a completely different look of your system. So, right? Maybe. Audio and video, there's so much out there, so you decide what you like. Browsers, the same, so many themes and so on. So click, 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 let's go a bit quicker. And this is what we do, the development guys, the beta tester guys. We say, go get me everything. So we want to chat with you, we want to take pictures, we want to have right mouse click and have a look at the git commits, we want to compare, we want to make videos, we want a text editor, Telegram, chit chat again, Vivaldi browser, so 2 browsers extra, because, sorry, but for Firefox is not enough. Next. Now, this is a virtual machine, so it only makes my installation longer, and that I don't want to do. So, keyboard, that's an important one for me. Going to work that great on US, on QWERTY. I know by approximation where everything is, but still, right? So all kind of choices. Whether you want to have swap, big swap, small swaps, hibernate or not, swap to file, it's all there. It's all working. It's all possible. XFS. In the last video with XL, I chose JFS. On my real metal machines, maybe you're wondering, I will always take X4 and probably swap with Hibernate because we have 250 gigabyte or 500 gigabyte. I mean, space enough for Linux. Next, room enough. That's not okay. Let's try that again. Yep. Voilà. And another video, this time about Zen. Well, that's doing its work. Let's open something up. Control T. By now, I have my Azerty, right? So Calamaris did its thing, and by now I don't have to do anything anymore. It's good to know that, right? So, sudo pacman -sy. If you don't know what I'm doing, then you're very new to Arch, which is okay, right? Welcome. But read the manuals. Read it. You're here to study, you're here to embrace ArcoLinux, embrace the University of ArcoLinux, but you need to read. So, I want to have the databases. If you got internet, that's a big if. If you got internet, it comes in. And then we can do all kinds of things like install something or remove something. I just want to have, well, show you again in this video that there are no XF86 video drivers. There is nothing like that available. So if you go for the ArcoLinux.info page, we'll have a release article very soon, right? We have a release article for 2023, but then for 2303. And then we'll move this beta page more or less to there. And basically this is what we did, right? That's the thing we removed. All these XF86 have a hashtag, meaning they're not in the ISO, but we keep track of all these packages without installing them at all on our systems. Voila, the only thing we can do now is just wait till everything gets installed, because this bit is really a mounting of a compressed file, and it just moves everything from one place to the other. The application doing that is rsync. What is rsync? This should be your reflex, man rsync. A fast, versatile, remote and local file copying tool. Okay, now you know something. All right, so do that, and maybe some other thing we can include, and that's -- help or -- help, or sometimes a -h. You see, and you get some information about an application. Well, I'm waiting anyway. So where do I find other information? If those two guys don't cut it, there is always Pamac, and Pamac is coming straight from Manjaro. Thank you guys for making it. And you see, there are always updates, right? There's always an update on Arch. There are only a few days in the year that we don't see an update. It really is. Now the thing is that when you click something, you can learn about it, right? You can learn about information. You see what it all is. It's created by Christian Hesse, and the dependencies of that package, it depends on, so it needs that and that to be, in order to work. That's what it means. And required means the other way up, right? AppStream needs this one. So higher up, AppStream says, I need to have curl. So they're all linked together. They're all, they need each other, basically, to say it simply, right? They need each other. And that's great. You have information available. And what also important, what I sometimes do, is not in this one, for example, not in that one either, but at some point in time there are some URLs. So if you want to find out some information about a package, yeah, okay, no one there, or is it gone? Don't tell me it's gone. But Firefox, for example, oh yeah, I don't see any URLs anymore. Vue has to have URLs. Are they gone? So we have here the repositories. So let's go for browse Blender. We have an URL here, Inkscape, URL, Shotwell, URL. So I guess some have it and some don't. But normally there's the URL. And then that's interesting, because then you have a link and that's where it's coming from. Are there problems? Are there problems at this point in time with the library reference pages and so on, right? There's a bug. Okay, don't have to lose time over it because there's the bug. You have references, you can look it up. So more information is available via Panic. Let's wait now for the machine to install itself. What I'd like to include as well in this video, it's a question that keeps coming up, and that's okay. You can keep asking the same questions over and over, but it's in this video. ISO is the ISO, so the DVD or the CD-ROM, right? The virtual one, the file. But that never ever will change. That's a fixed time, place in time, moments in time. At that point in time, we build an ISO. That's going to be the same forever, never, never, never. Doesn't mean that you're not up to date. It just means that that's the ISO you used to install ArcoLinux. That's it, right? It's a fixed thing. It will never, ever change. One of the facts that's in the video. Pausing again. Here voila, the machine is done. Now, if there would be an error of some kind, Columars will give you a URL. That's the URL you need to copy paste. We need to have that URL. Otherwise, we don't know nothing. We need to figure out what happens. And most of the time, it's your VirtualBox is too small, right? That's one of the things, one of the reasons why people have a failing system. You need to give it space. I give it 30 gigabytes for my hard disk. So, there we go. Is there anything else to say? Yeah, you're welcomed, right? Telegram is for chit chat, Discord are for assistance, so that we keep the Discord less, well, strictly to assistance, right? Support. And this we can just talk about the weather or whatever. Telegram. Install software is our, let's launch it, Panic. So Manjaro, thank you very much. We can do all kinds of things. Panic. We have AWAR, Flatpak, Snap. It's all there. We can have support for all these things. It's just a preferences click away. Third party, AWAR, yeah. Flatpak, yeah. Right, you just click away and that's done. Now he's gonna look for more things. And well, you see it already here. Some references are here. Snap is here. And what I often do is go in here and type Spotify to see how everything is working, because there's a snap here, and an AWAR there, and we have it as well. And well, So you know, okay, there's more choice. Yes, there's more. There's AWR, Snap, Flatpak, there's more. So that's installing software. There's the ArcoLinux tweak tool, which we created. We don't need it, right? There's no need for you to have it. Some people say, oh, problem. There's no problem if you don't have it. All of this is sudo pacman-s. The same here, sudo pacman-s themes installation. This is just remove something in the config auto start. You can click and delete it. Yeah, I think you can. So let's go to there and just delete and everything is fine and so on. But we wanted to learn Python, we want to learn GTK, and then this is the end result. And this is of course the selling point, I think. And as a desktop installer, this is a little bit more complex in the sense that, well, yeah, you have to not think about what's behind. Basically, it's a long list of sudo pacman-s's, right? I want to have hyper, I want to have i3, and so on. It's a long list of packages, but basically that's all it is. It's a sudo pacman-s, but it's so easy. In such a short time, we have i3 install 1, 2, 3. We've got i3, right? It's incredible. But okay, leave you at that. Take a look at it. It's great. ArcoLinux mirrors. That's something, of course, that's interesting. So you do an update and you say, okay, fast enough for you, don't do anything. Fast enough for you, don't do anything. But you can have a look, where is everything coming from? It's coming from the main worldwide, the fastest servers ArcoLinux has to offer. But you can try to see if you're living in Belgium. By the way, this does not work, right? These servers are not faster because I'm living in Belgium. They're not. The one that's faster is Sweden. I know. It's like that. So don't think, oh, I'm living in Brazil, I'm gonna take these guys. Right? Test it out. See if that's true, because, well, in our case, it's not true. And we have guys in Canada and USA, and we have the core members and beta testers in Germany and Japan, and often they all report these guys are the fastest. So think about before changing, and that's easily done. We have kind of mirrors. We have all these mirrors. So that's the mirror. Where are we getting the packages from? From those 4 first line, actually from the first one, right? And if the first one fails, it goes to the second. That's the first line. But okay, we can do all of this, and there's also RAM. And then maybe you're wondering, Eric, how if I don't know have this video, how can I know all that, right? This is a university. Welcome to join university. Where should I start? Maybe in the menu, start here, right? Post installation, must read, know what? Have a look. These are all things that are written for you, and all the facts that you've asked became a button here. How to burn USB. What can I know? What can I do with Calamares? What is Scal? You talk about Scal. What's that? VirtualBox, get a bay, create your own repository. Cursors, right? Arch routing, ButterFS, keys and fix the keys. So lots of information is available. The only thing that you need to do is read, right? Again, the ArcoLinux D, start here. And if you want to learn, for instance, my desktop for the moment is CHDWM. And I say, okay, let's have a look. What is Eric doing? What is this thing? It's a fork of DWM. What's DWM? Okay, what's DWM? Have a look. That's DWM. And all the things you can do with it, and all the knowledge that we already have shared is on here. But it's up to you to venture our way. This is too soon. Starting with ArcoLinux, too soon. This is building your ISO, and this is building a distro from scratch. So all of this is too soon. So basically, information, ArcoLinux and ArcoLinux D. Stop. And you'll find an article where it says that there is a learning curve or a learning path, and that we call him column phases. No need for you to follow the phases, but it's such a suggestion, right? And let me put this also in the video. Don't start too soon with ArcoLinux D. First come acquainted with how Arch works, how ArcoLinux works, and later on, maybe later on, very, very later on, in years time, right? Then you say, I'm gonna go for phase 6, and phase 7 is even later because that's an Arch Linux installation. We are 95% Arch. Why not start with Arch and create an ArcoLinux on Arch? Of course, here it is, spices. This is starting with Arch Linux, and then say, nah, I'm not gonna stay in this system. I'm gonna get my configurations, my applications, my themes, my icons, and then end up in something that works. Certainly that's true for the tiling window managers. You need a config for that. And the default config will never cut it, right? Not enough. So that's this. And let's round off with this one. That's important for you to know. We offer many ways to install Arch Linux based operating system. 44 ways to install Arch. 33 ArcoLinux, 1 Kali, 1 Ariser, 7 ALCI, 1 on Arch itself, right? The ArcoLinuxISO.org website. And there are two ways. Either you start typing all of that, or you just use the Arch install script. But in the end, we're all working on Arch. Garuda as well, Endeavor as well, and so many others are as well. And that's something you can have a look if you do ATT here. Then you see what we support as well. So at some point in time, last year, February, we said, in the end, it's all Arch Linux. And we want our tool to be there on ArcoLinux, on Arch Linux, ALCI, Kali, Ariser, EndeavorOS, Garuda, Manjaro, XeroLinux, Excel, Reborn OS, Archcraft, CacheOS, Archman. If it's Arch, it can run. All right, enjoy the learning. We just want to promote Linux, and specifically Arch Linux, and ArcoLinux is a great project to get to know the Arch Linux world and find your way into a free operating system. That's what it is. All right, cheers.